How's it? Today is Wednesday, September 7th, and I have just struggle City Central. Um, Today's goal was just like Monday to increase my numbers from last week. About 3 kilos. 3 kilos, I made my mistake and I went five for a couple of them. Or I guess for the push press plus overhead squats, I went five for that, and that was not a good turnout. So I'm keeping it expectations a little bit tempered. I'm doing 118. I'm trying to do 118 today for power clean, power jerk. That is what I hit last week for, or sorry, I hit last week 115 for that power clean, power jerk. Um, and then I'm gonna do deadlifts at 163, double, and back squat at 153 for a triple. But today it was just not. It's not it. Today it's just sucked all around. My upper back started hurting at some of the cleans. I actually read the program wrong, and then I watched back the videos from last week after I had already lifted. I was supposed to be doing power clean plus split jerk, and I was already done with my cleans, and it was just so bad. Um, my power jerks were okay up to a point, and then I was just like, oh damn, no wonder why I was struggling a lot today. Well, I was struggling a lot because the power clean was hard in itself, and then I wasn't able to kind of recover from that. I think today, these warm ups, they felt pretty good. I think I mentioned it. Look at that. That was a solid power jerk. And it does not get better from there. Just so you know. I mentioned it a little bit on Monday. I think when I was doing my pulls, that I need to keep extended from the ground, like my lower back. Keep that my lower back extended. You could see the difference between the 60 and the 80. This one was a little bit better for keeping my lower back extended. You can see the difference again, 80 to 90. If I'm unable to maintain that, then sort of I my upper back starts to fall forward, and then nothing really falls together. Nothing really comes together as far as the lifting goes, and then it feels like my chest is like a hollow chest. If you ever heard of that term when you're doing like V sit-ups or whatever, hollow chest, or when you're doing like gymnastics type stuff, hollow chest is a term they use. But if I don't have extended lower back, then my upper back becomes like a hollow chest, and I'm no longer packed in as far as my lats go, and then I'm out of position as far as catching goes. Here's my last like quote unquote warm up at 115. This is the way I did last week. Look at that. Like that is definitely not a power clean, but I send it and it's whatever. And then I go up to 118, and this is where I suffer my first fail of the day. Uh, I failed a lot today. I failed one, two, three, 4 times I think. That's not a power clean at all. And watch this. Catching that on my shoulders, I felt a big kind of ache in my upper back. Yeah, that was not gonna go at all. But if I like looking back, if I knew that it was split jerks, that's not a mislift like almost ever. A little bit better, but still definitely below parallel. That's not where we want to be. So it's something I have to work on moving forward. I do make this power jerk, however. See my elbows dip and then the bar kind of roll off my shoulders even before I start pushing, which in itself not great. And after that, I moved into my clean deadlifts. As I mentioned, right, I am trying to go to 3 kilos above what I did last week. Last week was 160, so this week should be 163. I failed on those two. I straight up failed. It was a humbling experience to say the least. It's 143. You see how slow that's moving. Positionally, I don't feel super great. I don't know what's really going on overall. It is extremely hot in the gym. Watch me feel this. Immediately, my back goes into flexion, and then I can't even pick up the bar here. Or I guess I could lift it off the ground, but it feels like I was gonna snap my shit up. Try again. Better first rep, of course. And then I failed the second one. At the very least, I ended up doing 2, which is like the volume total that I was supposed to hit. And yeah, I'm just like thinking about what's gonna happen next because I need a back squat, right? So that's 1, 2, 3 fails suffered with the power clean, a missed jerk, and then missed deadlifts. Um, and then I'm supposed to squat 153 for a triple today. Can you preemptively guess how many I did? Did you guess 3? That's way too high. Did you guess 1? That's still too high. I straight up missed my first rep. Watch this. And I was just, not having a good time. What did they say now? What did the kids say? Straight up not having a good time. After that, I moved into my overhead press. I kept it to 60 for 5.5s just to make sure that I was able to do everything. And I hit them all. No problems with anything. So that's a positive, at least. And then I ended up doing all of my pull-ups because, of course, last week Saturday I've been trying to say I'm trying to do all my accessories because I'm tired of being weak. So, yeah, that's pretty much all that I did for today. I don't know if I'm towing the line of working too hard, If I work too hard, then I get diminishing returns as far as recovery goes, and that in itself will impact me poorly down the road. But for the time being, it is what it is, and we'll see what happens. So, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.